Hey YouTube, what's happening? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update on Digibyte. Guys, right now we're kind of at a key area for Digibyte. We're at a spot where we potentially could either get a bounce or we're going to have some deeper further retracement. So I'm excited to be here with you today. If you guys like Digibyte, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Trying for 100 likes in this video, guys. We can't do that without you. You guys have been killing it for me, so I'm really appreciative, and we'll get into this. So guys, what I'm looking at here, so overall, this is the main trend line that we're looking at. You can see it's very shallow. Not a really steep percentage. Like this one up here, guys, is probably going to be around like 35-40%. This one down here is very, very shallow. So that means this is an area we're going to continuously look at to see if we get bounces off of. Okay, so this is just in the long term. I want to show you we had a spot here and then we wick down over here. So that's kind of our key area that we must hold to continue an uptrend here. We've been in a bullish, intermediate term, bullish uptrend right here, guys. It's been about 6 months now that we've been having higher lows that have been coming in. But what I'm paying close attention to is the fact, guys, we finally got up over that 200-day moving average. We back tested it. We found decent volume off it. We continue to move up, and we had a higher high. So now what I'm looking for is to see if we get a bounce off this green trend line here. We're going to see if this is going to hold and if we're going to set a higher low here and then maybe make another continued move up for a higher high if we can get over this point, guys, at around 0.01652. Right there would be an area, and I'm going off the real bodies there. Also, guys, what we would want to see with this bounce here, we'd want to close back up above this orange moving average here, and that's your 20 EMA. So right now we're fighting with it. We're kind of forming a doji, but guys, we still have most of the day left. I'm looking at probably, I'd say, guys, about another, what is it, about 9 hours or so until we have the close. So what we're going to be looking at here, guys, is to see if we close up above this 20 EMA. If we close up above that on some volume today, we have the potential to make another move to the upside and make a higher high. And what I'm starting to look at here, and we're starting to see if we are going to get some type of a bounce here, is just the simple fact of our stochastic RSI is so oversold right now. We're at 0 and 15 right now. And guys, the volume is going down. I want you to pay attention to that, which happens a lot of times before you will have a break. So let's take a look at that volume there. You see that? But this is a key spot, guys. We have our 50 moving average and our 100-day moving average, and our 200-day under here is support, is what we're looking at there. So let's just see today if we get a nice close up above this green trend line, if we get a close up above this 20 EMA, and that would give us the possibility of getting up here around that 0.01652 is what we'll be looking at. And guys, if we can get up above that, there's tons of room to run for Digibyte. That's the main thing that I wanted to show you here today. So if we were around that 0.165, guys, if we were to break that, we'd have a shot at coming up here until the next serious resistance, I would say, would be almost around that 2 cents, 0.0208. Yeah, there's some hesitation spots in here, guys, but we fell pretty hard pretty fast here, and a lot of times you'll make that up on the backside. And what you're seeing here is how we had this massive fall, guys. Right here, we had a beautiful reaction here up to that 20 EMA, and you see how in a bear market that acts as overhead resistance until we finally got up over top of that, and we've been holding it as support. So that's what we need to continue to do, and that's why the close is going to be so very important for us today. Okay, next thing I want to look at, we're going to get into some more indicators. We're going to go into our MACD and see how that's looking. Alright, our MACD now, guys, it looks like we've had a bearish cross to the downside. Okay, so that's something we're going to have to factor into seeing if this trend line will hold or not. Is we had a MACD cross to the downside. Histogram is ticking to the downside. So let's really pay attention to that trend line, see if we get a trend line break or a bounce off it. But that is more bearish, guys, on the MACD. The next one we're going to go to is our RSI, the Relative Strength Index. And with our Relative Strength Index, guys, we're sitting at 48, so we're basically dead neutral right now. It looked like we came up here, kind of had a double top, and then we fell down through, and now we're starting to get a slight hook there, but we're going to have to see what happens. If we float in here for a while, if we're going to make a move to the upside or downside. A little more neutral on the RSI. Next one I wanted to go to was our Bollinger Bands. See if we're getting overextended or if a squeeze is happening. Okay, guys, so we're sitting right on the middle band here, so we're just in such a tight area. Upper band's going to be up here around that 0.0172, and then the lower band is going to be down here around that 0.0122. So that's what we're looking at there, guys. That's pretty tight range, you know, and we're just kind of at that spot right now, just waiting patiently to see if we're going to make that nice move, close up above that 20, get a bounce off this trend line, and try to make a higher high, or if we're going to break down through and we're going to have to look down here at this 0.0129 as support. And guys, what I'm going to do next for the people who are still here, I'm going to go into the Digibyte Bitcoin, so we can take a look at that. DGB, BTC. Let's go off Bitfinex here, guys. I want a chart with some good information for you here. 1 second. Alright. Let's try Poloniex. Okay. So guys, on the DGB Bitcoin here, what happened was we just had a massive drop here. Guys, take a look at that. I mean, that's a cliff fall. So what we're having now is a reaction. We're flirting with that 20 EMA, trying to get back up above it, and we're running into overhead resistance with this 50 moving average, because you can see these death crosses that took place. First it was the 20, then it was the 50 over top, or I'm sorry, down through this 200 moving average and this 100 moving average, and then just pushing us down, guys, and that's what's been happening. So we have a lot of overhead resistance here, but we are due for some type of bounce, guys, like you're seeing right now, this correction here, or this reaction, just due to how far and how fast we fell. Let's measure this in our price range, guys. So we'll go from the wick up here where we pushed up to all the way down. I mean, that's a 68% drop there, guys. So yeah, we're definitely due for some type of retracement, maybe even up into this area right here, guys, in the future, but we still have to get and close up above that 50-day moving average. Let's take a look at our stock RSI like this. So yeah, we're really oversold in terms of Bitcoin. Guys, we're at 36 and 50, so we're a little more neutral. We are pointing to the downside, but at that spot, anything can happen right there. We're just going to have to take a close eye on that. Then let's, guys, I want to check our RSI one more time here. And RSI, look how low we got from that drop, guys. You got all the way down to 13. We're at 48 right now, neutral. So we're just going to have to see if this is almost one of those push-ups, and we have a little pullback and then another push-up. Guys, just let you know how overextended these RSIs can get. You can see how we were up here around 80 before. We've been up around 82. So these things can really get overextended to the upside as well as the downside. But we are looking pretty oversold here after this big fall, guys, on the DGB BTC. And it looks like we are kind of putting in higher lows here, which is nice. So guys, we're almost in like a massive symmetrical triangle in a way. Take a look at this. We'll just do a rough one here for you guys. So we put an area like that. And guys, we'd even go probably off the top here. Remember, this is just rough, just give us an idea. Let's try to go off the real bodies best we can there. So yeah, we're kind of in an area where we're having higher lows and lower highs. So we're just going to have to wait to see which way we break, to the upside or to the downside. But it is good that we did put in a higher low, it looks like here, guys, as opposed to over here. So we'll continue to watch this, continue to monitor this, guys. I wanted to bring you a quick one here on Digibyte. I appreciate you all being here with me today. It's been a blessing to be here. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll keep getting after it. Appreciate you guys.